I guess it looks like we got a few viewers stacking up. So let's get into this. We are talking about optimizing your social media for Twitch growth. And Salty here is our resident social media guru. And recently we've
I
been
wouldn't
talking a
say
lot
that.
about this topic around the KG household because um, we are trying to help our creators and ourselves, of course, optimize our social media and make it work for us to grow our Twitch empires, respectively. And
Mhm.
she's been teaching me a lot of things, so I thought we'd have her on tonight so she could give you guys the basics as well. So first, Salty, I want you to talk about um, what your what your previous experience is. I know you used to work SEO optimization for a job, so I want you to just talk a little bit about that, if you would.
I used to do this thing called, well, first of all, hi everybody. Welcome to KG's Creators Corner. Um, I'm Salty, for those of you that don't know who I am. And, well, I used to do this thing called CPA, which is uh, paid per click affiliation. I would do uh, like ad funnels, Facebook ads. I was basically in like, I guess you would call it an org, where they had a bunch of um, options, let's say like shampoos. And I would pick this shampoo, and for every 100 clicks that I can get to that link, I would get $1 or so. So I had to learn how to market, make ads, drive traffic, have people actually click on my link. I would have to do targeting and make sure I'm targeting the right people. You can, you can sell shampoo, but you can't really sell shampoo to an 18-year-old. 18-year-olds aren't looking for shampoos, so you have to be aware of the product that you're selling and who you're marketing it to. Because if you put it for the wrong age and the wrong gender group, you're not going to get as many people going to go check that out. And so that's where I got most of my marketing skills from.
Okay. So the takeaways from that, I guess, are know your product and know your audience, right?
100%, yeah. If you
Okay.
don't know your product and you don't know your audience, then you're a sitting duck.
Right. Just kind of dead in the water. So then I guess the next thing is let's talk about the basics of using the social medias to drive traffic to your Twitch channel, starting with what kinds of content work best on which platforms. So, for instance, I know we've talked about how clips work better on Instagram than they do on Twitter, that kind of thing.
Yeah, of course. So your stream, your gaming, if you're taking streaming serious, even though it's a hobby, at some point it's actually considered your business.
Mm-hmm.
That is your niche. Your niche is your stream, depending on what you're gaming, whether it be Apex, Mortal Kombat, whatever game it is, that's your niche.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for Instagram, you mostly want to focus on good clips or funny posts. You also Instagram's very big on hashtags.
What do you mean by
So,
funny posts?
uh, something that'll captivate the people that are scrolling through their feed. That when when you're scrolling down Instagram, you see something and it makes you scroll back and you have to relook at it real quick to see what it was, or something that captivates you to want to read the caption, or that entices you to want to comment or like that post. Something that your followers can relate to.
Okay.
So I call it funny posts, but realistically, it could be anything from a good morning, an inspirational, motivational, food, anything that'll capture the viewer's interest, so to
Okay.
speak. That's mostly Instagram. Twitter is mostly uh, reading, right? When you go on Instagram, you barely see videos. You're mostly reading. That's where you can engage your
Twitter,
viewers
you
and your
mean?
followers to actually. What?
Twitter, you mean?
Twitter. That's where you can engage your viewers and your followers to actually engage in your conversations. That's where they can see that you're an actual human being. and you're not, you can show yourself a little more through words. Hashtags work there as well, but it's mostly engaging with other people.
Okay. So let's talk about those hashtags on IG.
All right. So depending on your niche is depending on your hashtags. You also want to look at trending hashtags that can go with you. Like if you were to go on Google and just type in like top 10 Instagram hashtags, you'll see the vague option like Motivation Monday or Thursday Thoughts. Those are hashtags that are normally trending and have a lot of posts. If you're an Apex player, you might want to put hashtag Apex Legends because those people that are looking for Apex content are most likely going to be scrolling through the hashtag Apex.
Okay. So that's where you would get your ideas for what to use as hashtags then?
Yeah, definitely. Depending on what your niche is depending on the hashtags you'll use. You can even go and Google up like top 10 Apex Legend hashtags. And most of the time, even when you do put the hashtag, you'll always see some options pop up when you write hashtag Apex. That is the search engine optimization. That's letting you know what people are mostly hashtagging. And that's what you want to go for. You want to choose the top 5 or top 10 hashtags that pop up when you do write that in.
Okay. So yeah, I've noticed that myself when I do hashtag APE, then it starts to populate, like auto populate the top hashtags that start with that. And so if I
Yeah,
actually finish the word Apex, then it gives me, and usually I would say like the first three or so have to do with Apex Legends. And so I usually try to pick the top
definitely.
one, unless
So
for some reason
that's
it doesn't match.
that's the algorithm. So each social media has an algorithm, whether they want to admit it or not. Instagram has its algorithm, so does Twitter, so does YouTube, so does TikTok. So those top 3 to top 10 hashtags that pop up when you're typing in, that is what people are mostly searching or mostly typing into. So you'll also see when you do like on Instagram, like hashtag Apex Legend, down below you'll see that says 1.1 million posts. That
Yeah.
means that in that one day, there's been 1.1 million posts with that one hashtag
Got you. So that's a count up to that point in that day.
in that day. Yeah,
Got you.
correct.
So I also noticed that that's on TikTok as well when I hashtag things on TikTok.
Definitely. Things on
Um,
TikTok are a little different though. You always want to hashtag the For You page. The For You page is that page when you open up TikTok that you just start scrolling and videos start popping up. Your initial goal is to land on that page. So you
okay.
always want to have that. It's one of the trending hashtags you would put in your TikTok videos just to optimize people actually finding you.
Yeah, and I've noticed that TikTok seems to be a really good platform for those short clips, whether they're fails or just insane sniper shots or whatever. They can they can take off really quickly.
Oh, of course. And if you edit them like amazingly, you can blow up on TikTok. Not even just like great clips. I'm talking about just regular conversation of like streamers just playing around and they'll add like weird little question marks. And they'll edit it to where the viewer is captivated and is actually engaging with the video and they can relate to it. That's what you want to do in most of your clips and all of your clips if possible.
So, what is your top 5 tips for editing things for social media posts?
When it comes to clips, you want funny. All right. People love to laugh. Okay. People are always looking for comedians. Anything funny, whether it be a fail, whether it be a funny conversation, whether it be you panicking in the middle of a game, that's definitely something you might want to clip, edit, put into your social medias. Anything that's action packed, you just down 3 squads or you down 5 people, those definitely are captivating. Trick shots, sniper shots, anything that is just like if it astounded you, if it shocked you in the middle of your gameplay, you want to clip that. Because if it shocked you, it'll shock others. Always. Um, Quality. You want good quality. Nobody wants to see a very uh, pixelated video. So if you have a pixelated clip, you might want to find a way on how to refine that quality. I'm not sure how you do that. I'm not an editor as of yet. All right, still learning. But your quality is very big. If the quality of the clip is not good, then the quality of people actually sitting by and watching it will probably struggle.
So would you
And
recommend, say I have like an insane sniper shot clip,
mhm,
but it's a little bit pixely, should I use it or not?
depends on how pixely. If you can see the shot great and you can tell that you got a headshot or you can tell that you did a 360 and landed that shot, then I would use it. If you're squinting trying to see if you can actually see the shot, then I would not post that. Because if you're squinting, bet is that everybody else will be squinting, trying to figure out what just happened.
Okay.
And then I forgot what number 5 is. I had it on the tip of my tongue, completely lost the train of thought. Uh, we got funny, active, trick shots, quality. Um,
Yes,
I
Love
don't.
Machine.
I,
All your sniper shots should be posted no matter how much the pixelation is.
yes, of course, definitely. As long as you can tell that it was a good sniper shot, post it. It doesn't hurt.
All
But if
right.
you're
Well,
squinting to figure it out, don't post it.
if you think of that last tip, let us know. But for now, I have posted those others in the chat. So, guys, if you're literally taking notes, there you go. Ben, welcome.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Bubs, Pudge, Nandini. What is good, beautiful souls?
We also.
What happened? I couldn't hear you.
I said we also have Rabbi and Ben in the chat. Uh, and everybody is enjoying seeing your beautiful face.
What is up, Rabbi?
Hey, there's progress.
Hey,
Hey,
progress.
progress.
What is up?
So let's talk about YouTube. And this is, I saved it for last because it's kind of a big one. And we've been focusing on it lately as well so that we can optimize our YouTube to better coach our creators. And so far, I've seen that it is working. Um, and I will post a link in our Discord for chat of the podcasts that we both have listened to where we've gotten most of this information. And that way, if you guys want to go listen to the originating source, you're more than welcome to. And I definitely suggest you do if you have the time. But we're going to break it down for you pretty simply, and then we'll talk about it in a little more detail. We're just not going to get as detailed as that podcast because it was kind of a long one. Um,
Yeah.
but YouTube, just like every other social media, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Salty, has its own
Froze.
algorithms as
Oops.
well. And it also includes an AI which listens to your videos. And so, what you're trying to do when you're posting content on YouTube is to give yourself the best chance to get picked up by that algorithm. And they have come up with a formula in that podcast that is essentially matching your hashtags throughout all your metadata to what you're actually saying in your video. And then that algorithm will pick you up because the more hits, pardon me, the more hits that match that you have on your tagging, the better your chance is to get picked up by that algorithm and put out there on what YouTube calls impressions, which is when it shows your video to people to suggest they should watch it.
100%. And you know what people don't realize is that YouTube is actually the second most searched uh, website ever. And a lot of people don't
Yeah,
consider YouTube a social media, but theoretically, YouTube is a social media and it's the
it
second
is.
world's largest search engine.
Yeah.
When you want to figure out how to put together a couch, you're on YouTube on how to put together a couch to see how people do it.
Mm-hmm.
So what she's trying to say, to give you an example, is if in your game you're saying hello, for example, I'm using Nando's phrase. If you're saying hello and in your game chat is hello, you might want to put hello somewhere in your title and in your description. The AI will now hear that you're saying hello various amounts of times in the video, capture it in your description, and now you have it in your title as well. You have three, basically, yeah, three, I'm looking for the word. Three ways that YouTube is recognizing that you basically have this information all at once. It's more likely, you have more probability of popping up. It's like a 3-to-3 ratio compared to a 1-of-3 ratios.
Mm-hmm.
If you're saying hello in your video, but your title says 7 shots and then your description says Apex Legends, you are now doing a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio.
Mm-hmm.
You're not all together compared to having that word that you're using the most. And that's why some people also sometimes caption their videos. They'll put captions in their videos to help the AI actually see what you are saying, because sometimes the AI can't capture everything directly. So captions are a really big thing throughout YouTube videos.
Yeah. Now, are
It's
we suggesting that you should sit down and painstakingly caption all your videos? No, we are not.
no,
They
not at
give
all.
you a much easier way to do it. You can put it in your title, you can put it in your description, and you can use the metadata box when you're uploading your video and saving the details that is for tags, and you can put your tags there too. So, no, we're not saying caption your videos, but it is yet another way that you can optimize the use of the AI that listens to your video and then matches that audio transcript to your metadata.
Exactly, which gives you a way better chance of landing in the suggestion box. It's all
Happy
about
note.
falling into the
Welcome
algorithm.
to the fam, Happy. Sorry,
What is
Salty.
up, happy, 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 happy?
So to talk a little bit more about the YouTube optimization, now you still
Oh, Jazz,
probably
I did not forget about you. What is up, girl? I am so sorry. We have not spoken in so long.
you probably still want some sort of catchy title. So, what I've been doing when I'm editing for some of our creators, for Speak of the Devil, Megalomaniac, for example, is I listen to the audio of the video once I have edited it down, and I try to find something witty or funny or that stands out that she has said in the video. Or if she has said something a lot of times, like Salty mentioned, if you repeat the same thing a lot. Um, for example, when Love Machine comes around a corner and he finds someone, or if he's running down the hallway and gets shot from Narnia, he's like, hello. He always says it. So his title should just basically always say hello. He should always tag that. He should always have it in his description because he
That's
said it in his
100%.
video. I guarantee it.
Yeah. And so one thing you do want to have in your title also is your niche. If you go on YouTube and you type in Apex Legends, the list that comes down is actually the top like searched in whatever it is you're Googling. If you put Apex Legends, you'll see Apex Legends Season 7 tutorial, Apex Legends Season 7 best guns. Those are theoretically the most searched um, questions on YouTube. So if you are struggling with a video, you don't know what type of content you want to create, you can literally hop on YouTube and write Apex Legends and pick on the one of the categories that pops up and cater a video to that liking. Using the words of that title and putting it in your descriptions. You can do a best guns video, a best legends video. But whatever it is, if you're struggling, just use the search engine optimization that YouTube already gives you. If you don't know what type of content you want to create, or you're really struggling with a video, you literally go on YouTube and type it in, and the first five that come up are the top 5 things that people are Googling as of today, or that are YouTubing as of today.
So, chat, I'm going to say that again for you. Um, if you're struggling to find ideas for content, just go to YouTube and in the search bar, type Apex Legends. And then look at the first 5 things that come up. And those are essentially your topic options. So if you type in Apex Legends and the first 5 things that come up are Season 8, Fuse, Best Weapons, New Weapons, and Jump Pad Fails, those are your choices. Make a video about one of those 5 things.
Literally. And your chances would be higher because that means that people are actually searching for that. So you're most likely going to pop up on the search anyways.
Yeah. Now, if I make a YouTube video where I just randomly ramble about all 5 of those things and then I hashtag it up real good and I put it out there on the internet, am I going to get insta famous? No. Your
No.
content still has to be good.
Yeah.
So put
If
some
you don't
thought and
have,
some work into it. But these are ways that you can just give yourself that little edge.
yes. Yes. Theoretically, yes. This should literally boost you or help you boost. And we tested it out with one of your only's videos where her impression clicks went from her average 12 to 15% to a skyrocketing 49%.
Yeah.
So it works. You just have to put in the time and actually sit down, listen to your video, and pick the best options for you to land into the algorithm. I'm pretty sure if your only keeps going, she'll probably land in the algorithm soon. And that's what we're testing out now with her YouTube videos.
Yeah, so let's give those numbers again. My
Uh,
usual is what?
12 to 15%
Uh huh.
in your impression clicks, right, on YouTube.
Mm hmm. And then
And
after following these tips to
it,
optimize my chances to get picked up by the algorithm by making sure that my title, my description, and my metadata hashtags all matched and had something to do with what I verbally said in the video, then it went to what?
49%. And that's a
Right.
big jump.
That's a
That actually
huge jump.
doubled. Yeah.
It's like triple.
Yeah, that actually did kind of triple. And so if she keeps going at this rate, it'll be, I don't want to give it a time frame, but she should be falling into the algorithm soon as long as she stays content with her, as long as she stays consistent with her content.
Which I haven't been doing because I've been busy running KG with you. But
Yeah,
the test case went really well. And
exactly.
I am going to be testing that on some of our creators' videos that I edit for. So we'll see a better, more consistent test run of it here very soon. And so we'll probably revisit this topic again in a month or two. And who knows, maybe there'll be some new information as well to give to you guys in chat. But for now, if you guys have any questions in chat, let's start having those as we start wrapping up our predetermined portion of the conversation. But I do want to address real quick, Rabbi. If you need a button for InstaFame and you want to purchase that, that's those guys that come into your chat when you're streaming and they're like, "Want to be instantly
You,
famous?" That's those
are
guys,
you want to buy 500 followers?
right?
Basically, yeah.
Speaking of, a little sneak preview on maybe next time when we discuss social media and optimization, we are looking at maybe having some dependable or reliable bots that you can use for your social media. Salty's in the process of testing some now so that we can find one that we would put our KG stamp on and recommend to you guys. So hopefully in the future we'll have something to tell you about which ones of those to look at as well.
Hopefully soon. You never want to go the free route. The free route will get your accounts banned. Just so you know, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, they might look fun and like they don't know what they're doing, but their AI is actually very smart and can tell when a bot is running. What happens is that if IG, Twitter, any social media finds out or actually thinks that you have a bot running your social medias, you can get blocked or banned and you will lose that account. So if you want to test some out, I would recommend not going the free route. do your research, read the reviews. Don't go to the reviews that are on the page for that bot. Actually Google reviews and look for other reviews of what people are actually saying, because the reviews on the website might be outstanding, excellent, great. You try the bot out for a week and you get banned. You didn't do your research. You always have to do your research with these bots.
And the reason we don't want to trust the reviews on their website is why? Well, because it's their website, guys. And what their job is to fool other people into believing that things are better than they are. So really, really, if you have to ask that question, you already failed this quiz.
Rabbi, how often would you recommend posting on social, both clips and full videos? Full videos for YouTube, I would recommend once a week. If you cannot do once a week, then I recommend once every 2 weeks. And stay consistent. Pick the same day, the same time. That way people know that, okay, Rabbi is going to post a picture at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern on Sunday, and they'll be ready for that video. Clips. Clips are kind of hard. I would say to post one a day. You can literally post the same one on all socials. Literally, just you edit it on TikTok, you post it on TikTok. It gives you the option to upload it to Instagram and Twitter, and you don't have to do much work. But I would recommend posting on socials at least once a day on every social. People need to see that you're alive and well, and that you're not just like, here, I'm live. Like, no, they want to see your
Yeah.
gameplay. They want to see
Yeah.
if it's
Try to
something that
stay
they
away
might
from
actually want to
live
watch.
tweets. Those are a killer. Um
Optimal time. Okay, maybe you answered this.
hang
Optimal
on,
time
hang
to
on, hang
clip on.
on. We're skipping
So
progress's question. He asked, I keep hearing people talk about thumbnails for YouTube. How important are they? Um,
I would say very important.
they are
Dep-
pretty important. If you can at all edit your own thumbnails, do it.
do so.
Because the more visually pleasing it is for them to look at the thumbnail, the more
We can put
inclined
it
they
this
are to
way.
click on it.
You can put it this way. A lot of people read books depending on their covers. If the cover does not catch your attention, you will not pick up that book. It's the same thing with YouTube videos. And you want your YouTube video to match your description and match your title and match your metadata. So if you're talking about you got 20 kills and you're talking about 20 kills in the video, your title says 20 kills, in your description is 20 kills, you want your thumbnail to have 20 kill game. This
Yeah.
will optimize people actually finding you. So I would say thumbnails are very important. That's what catches the eye.
Okay. So now,
Now
optimal
next
time per
question.
clip on IG or Twitch, is a 30-second clip more successful than 15 seconds?
Depending on what's in the 30 seconds and what's in the 15 seconds. If in the 15 seconds you can capture what it is you need to capture, whether it's action, funny, or anything of the top, put the 15. People are most likely going to sit through that. If you have a 30-second clip full of action, go for it.
Yeah.
People will watch the 30 seconds. But if in your 30-second clip, you're healing, you're talking, you're moving,
Yeah.
nothing's really happening, people are most likely going to scroll by it and say, ah, there's nothing happening. You want to cut straight to the chase. You want to keep it short, sweet, and simple.
So here's what I tell people when I'm teaching editing: content determines length. If it's good content, people will watch it for 3 hours. If it's
Hmm.
not, they won't. So cut out all the boring bits, cut out all the unnecessary bits within reason, and use that. So for social media clips, essentially you just want to have the action or you just want to have the funny, whatever it is that's the focus, you just want that. Don't cut it off in an awkward spot just to make it shorter, but also don't let it run on because there
People
might
most
be a
likely
gem
won't
in
use
there.
it. Yeah.
So,
So you want to cut straight to the gem. You want the diamond. You want the straight raw diamond on the ring. You don't want the process of cutting it. Okay. You want just straight to the point. If it's a sniper trick shot, you want to grab the whole trick and the shot, and that's where you want to end it. If it's a funny conversation, you want to get the beginning and the end of the conversation. You don't want to keep adding more to it.
wait. The trick and the shot. Where are we? Are we at the
Like if
strip
it's
club
a
here or?
If it's a trick shot, like you do like a 360 turn and then quick scope, okay, and you hit your shot, you want to grab that whole thing. But if in the beginning,
Oh,
if in the beginning of the trick shot you're just running willy nilly, you don't want the willy nilly running. You want to get
I
straight to the
see. I
trick.
see. I thought I was gonna have to go get singles.
I have a bunch in my car.
Oh, so this one's on you then. All right.
Question I have
So
been
hang
asked
on, hang on.
before.
Let me catch up here. Jess says I used to edit my thumbnails, turning myself into Apex characters, but my Photoshop skills are amateur at best. I like the thought behind that, but like Salty said, you still also want to maybe put some text on there that matches up with your hashtags or your description or your title, whatever is the thing that is propelling you toward that algorithm. You want to put that in as a text. But I do love that idea.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you stand out differently. It's pretty cool that you're
Yeah.
making yourself your own Apex character, and people will definitely draw to that. But you want, like you only said, you want the text that'll match to your title and your description.
All right, so let's take Rabbi's question there. I've been asked before that would love to have answered for others here. I don't have followers on my social media accounts, so why should I bother posting clips and how do I get people to follow me? Oh, that's a great question. How do I
That
get
is a
people to
great
follow
question.
me? Is what
Well,
that boils down
consistency,
to.
definitely. Consistency. Let's say you post a clip today, but then you don't post for 3 weeks. In those 3 weeks, you are not exposing yourself to anybody, so nobody will find you.
Don't expose
Uh,
yourself to people, chat.
Not in that sense. Um, so even if you don't have any followers, you always want to act like if you have followers. It's the same thing as streaming. If you're streaming with 0 viewers, you still want to engage with chat. Even though chat, there's nobody in chat, you want to always engage.
Yeah.
Whether you have 0 followers, 5 followers, 10 followers, 100K followers, you want to engage every day, whether you feel like you're just talking to yourself or not. You're always going to want to do that. Another thing that can help you could be maybe going into the niche that you're posting about and following a couple people that are in your same niche, maybe commenting on their pictures, getting somebody's attention like, yo, that's a fire clip. And maybe they'll like your comment, they'll be interested in who you are, and they'll be like, who is this person? Who is Rabbi Raccoon? Why is she commenting on my pictures? And click on your name and go into your social media.
So,
So,
consistency, but also I remember when you were coaching me on optimizing my socials, the other thing is what we call phase two, and it's getting out there and following people. And there are methods to that that we're not going to get into because, as I've said before on Creators Corner, we like to give you the basic information, but we're not going to give you the whole farm for free. Just a little
mhm.
sample. So part of what she tells each of our creators when we bring them on and we get their goals and we develop a plan for them to grow is phase one, get consistent. Phase two, get people to follow you by following them. And that I found for myself, if I'm nailing step one and I'm starting to do step two, I find it's leaps and bounds. You start to grow. People just follow you right back. And because they followed you, other people that follow them see that they followed you. So then they're like, oh, I'm going to follow this person too.
But
Especially
now
if you have a name like You're Only God.
that too, but if you have no content, you haven't been consistent. When they go to see your page, they see that you haven't been on for 2 months.
Right,
They're less likely to give you a follow because you have
right.
nothing that they're really interested in.
Which is why I said if I'm consistent with step one and then I start to do step two. So I always give myself, because you know how off and on I am with my consistency, but I always
Hmm.
give myself about a month. If I am doing my at least one post a day, but try to do 3 posts a day on socials for a month, then I start doing my phase two, which is each week I'm going and following 5 people, and I have noticed that I'm getting like triple the follows back when I'm on my game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Jazz,
So,
people will. If you've got a catchy name that's not difficult for people to get, like the Love Machine, the Rabbi Raccoon, Your Only God, Math Dude, Pudge. These names, people are like, what are these names? This is hilarious. I'm just going to follow this person because so and so did. So they see that in their
Exactly.
feed. So and so followed so and so, and they're like, oh, that I'm just going to go follow them too. And they do.
Okay, okay. Willy nilly plus strip club. Yes, a
Yeah.
willy nilly strip club. Gotta
Yeah,
love that.
I didn't pick up that joke because I was like, all right, I'm making too many dirty jokes here. But then Rabbi did not fail me. Thank you, girl. And then Jazz pointed out phrasing because all of that was a lot of phrasing. Get your trick and your shot and go willy nilly.
Literally. Any other questions, you guys?
So to kind of recap, uh, I got you, V. Rabbi says. To kind of recap, there is a basic method to social medias, and that is trying to keep up with the trending hashtags when appropriate. Because, like she pointed out, Twitter is not necessarily as big on the hashtags, but Instagram is, and so is TikTok. Um, and also YouTube is, but they don't always look like hashtags. It could just be type, like in your title and your description, but you can hashtag them. But make sure you're staying up with what's current and make sure you're being consistent both with your posts and with your information in the metadata, like we talked about with YouTube. And get out there and follow people. You can always unfollow them later, by the way, if you don't want to be following 3,000 people. Great. Just go follow some people, and then once every month or two, go through your list and unfollow the people you don't want to be following anymore. But just simply by following them, you're going to get follows back. Um,
I
so get out
agree.
there,
And like she said on hashtags, you want to
see and be
hashtag
seen.
things that mean. Yeah, you don't want to do a hashtag COVID, okay? Because what does your clip have to do with COVID? It has nothing
Right.
to do with COVID.
Yeah.
So you want to keep your hashtags relevant to your clip or your video or your post.
Now
Okay.
you can get a little bit creative with that. For example, I have noticed that on Instagram I post a lot of food pictures and pet pictures, but I can work in a hashtag Apex Legends to a lot of those because I'm making myself dinner before I go play. So I'll be like, before I play hashtag Apex Legends, I like
Yeah.
to hashtag cook.
Yeah, you can do that. That works.
Or
That's
like
a
I'll
funny
take a
way of doing
picture
it.
of my puppy staring at me while I'm playing and I'll be like, hashtag puppy likes to watch me play, hashtag Apex Legends. So now I'm getting puppy people who are also interested in Apex, and that's like their sweet spot right there. And they're like, oh, she's a dog person and she plays Apex. How hard can I hit that follow?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's literally how it works, and it's funny that, you know, it's literally just that simple. Rabbi had a question. I think you may have gone over this already, but how do you find the trending hashtags or trending topics? Sorry if I missed that one. I feel like social media. No, so it's a very common question. A lot of people don't know how to find it. So when you do a post, example Instagram, you put up a clip or you put up a post, the description, when you put hashtag and then you type in APE, a list of hashtags will come down. That list is Instagram letting you know the top 5 to top 10 hashtags that are being used on Instagram. So you can do hashtag Apex, and then right underneath it'll say hashtag Apex Legend, hashtag Apex Meme, hashtag Apex Clip. Those are your trending hashtags for that topic. And those are the hashtags that you are going to want on your clip, if that helps. And it's on everywhere. If you go on Twitter and you just put in the hashtag, you'll see a list of hashtags on the bottom. Those are the trending hashtags. It's the same thing with TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the search engine on all social media is telling you what people are mostly hashtagging. Those are the hashtags you want to use on your videos as well.
And that's also just to recap, that is a great way to give yourself ideas for content is to go to YouTube and then see what the top 5 to 10 searched terms are that go with Apex Legends. And I guarantee you right now, a lot of it is going to be Season 8, Fuse, new weapons, that kind of stuff. So if you are in the habit of making videos about
So like
upcoming
right now,
content, now is your time.
for example, I just got on YouTube and put hashtag, I mean, I'm not hashtag, I just put Apex Legends on my search bar and I got Apex Legends Season 7, Apex Legends gameplay, Apex Legends Fight Night, Apex Legends Horizon, Apex Legends Funny Moments. These are all Apex Legends voice characters. These are all topics that you can go for
I am actually
uh,
surprised that
theoretically.
Fuse and Season 8 didn't come up in that.
I know. Oh, yeah, it did, but it came down towards the bottom, so it wasn't in the top 10. It was more like top 15. But Apex Legends season 8 is in there.
So, uh, Rabbi says, "Gotcha. Yeah, for sure. I really want to dive back into socials, and this is really inspiring me to be better and help me to know how to be better." Um, so as I mentioned a little bit ago, we might revisit this, um, in a month or two and talk about anything that may have changed because I think it's important to note that social media trends do change pretty quickly. So just because you went
Hmm.
on today and did that search and those were the top searched things on YouTube, tomorrow it could be
It'll be
totally
different.
different, or it
100%.
could be a little bit the same. But as you're keeping that in mind, don't go on YouTube, search Apex Legends, write down the top 10 things, and then wait a week to make those videos and post them. Do it right
Exactly. And you want to
away.
stay relevant. You want to stay as relevant as possible. When season 8 comes out, you don't want to be posting season 7 content. As a matter of fact, you want to hop on that season 8 content right then and there and drop a video the same week season 8 drops. You're
Yeah,
most likely going to be found that way. You always want to stay relevant.
yeah.
You never want to be in the past. Right now you can post a throwback Thursday video of season 1, but the odds of people actually looking for those videos will be less than the people that are right now currently searching season 7 and season 8 content.
So, also as a plug for the org, in the near future, we are going to be putting out some ebooks, and social media will be one of those ebooks. And like I said earlier, we're giving you some basic information here. We're not giving you the whole farm for free here. But when we start putting out those ebooks, that is going to be the farm. And it won't be free, but it won't be terribly expensive either. So that'll be something you guys will want to check out when it hits. And if you
Definitely.
want to know when it hits, make sure that you join the Discord, and all of our KG announcements and things happen in the Discord.
Yeah. I see progress says with social media site would you focus on first and why? Um I definitely recommend, and it's a personal preference. There is no preference. You can do it whichever way if you want to focus on one more than the other. Um, I would try and focus on all of them, but the first one I'd focus on is Instagram. It's the easiest platform to actually grow on. Uh, Twitter, since it's more about writing, it's really hard to get people to follow you on Twitter, but it's not impossible. But since Instagram gives you the option of clips plus just random pictures, it gives you the description. It also gives you, I think, up to like 20 or 30 hashtags. It's the easiest one that you will be able to climb up faster
Mhm.
than you would on Twitter. TikTok is also right now exploding. So I would say TikTok is also a very fast and easy grower using the hashtags, though TikTok only allows a limit of like 150 characters. So you have to pick your hashtags accordingly. You have to be very, I'm looking for the word, it's not there. Uh,
Discerning.
Yeah, you have to be very like picky. You have to make sure that you're grabbing the right hashtags on TikTok just because you only have 150 characters. But I would definitely focus on Instagram.
Strategic.
Instagram is strategically, Instagram is, yeah, strategic. Instagram is definitely the easiest to grow on and it gives you more options.
I would agree with that. Although YouTube is closest to my heart because I enjoy the editing and the long form content, I would
Hmm.
agree that Instagram provides the most opportunity. It's not as saturated with influencers as Twitter
Hmm.
and YouTube are, um, and it's more established than TikTok. And it
Hmm.
provides you the right kind of versatility to grab all kinds of people because it's photos, it's videos, and you can write. So it's got everything. And people who
It's
go
like a
on
mini
Instagram
YouTube.
will it is like a mini YouTube. Yeah, that's a
It's like
great
a
way to
mini
put it.
YouTube, and you don't have to do the whole long editing part, right? You can edit small 15 seconds, 30-second clips compared
Mhm.
to editing a 8 to 10-minute video and you don't really know how to edit. It's also a really great way to start editing as a beginner, learning how to trim the video where you want it,
Yeah.
capturing the right moments.
I definitely agree with that. As the house editor, I
Literally.
definitely agree that it is recommended to start with those small clip edits and then start to tackle long form. And two reasons: it's a time consuming process. Rabbi, thanks for joining us,
Bye
and
bye,
thanks for
Rabbi.
all the
Thank you.
questions. Kiss and hug the babies. Have a great night.
Good night.
um it is a great way to break yourself into the use of the software and tools that it takes to edit video, but it's also not going to have you wanting to tear your hair out by the time you're done editing the video. So I definitely agree. Start with the small clips, edit those, post them on your socials, and then work your way up. So you can take a bunch of those small clips and turn those into a montage, a 1, 2, 3 minute montage. And by doing that, you'll learn how to edit the small stuff and string together a bunch of clips in a cohesive way by using transitions and things like that. So start small. That's great. Great advice.
Definitely. Definitely. As not the house editor. Yes, that is a great way to start editing. Any more questions, you guys?
Yeah. Any more questions before we wrap this up and call it a night? While we're waiting to see if they have any other questions, I do want to say thanks again, Salty, and I do want to apologize to everyone for being a little bit late. As Salty knows, I had to go pick up my dog from the vet. He got done late. He got neutered.
Aw,
And he was supposed
hello,
to be done
puppies.
an hour earlier than he got done, but they were like, well, we saved him until last because he was the easiest. So I assume that that means he was the most amenable dog they had to do. I don't know, because he's a big boy, so I can't
No,
imagine
it's
that's what
just
they meant.
when it comes to neutering dogs, it's easier. You just have to slit the sack and pop the nuts out.
Whoa,
That's it.
whoa, chill out. This is not
I'm just
that
saying.
kind of stream.
Well, Valerie used to be a veterinary technician,
Yeah, yeah.
and neutering the dogs was
No,
the
I know,
easiest
I
part of
know.
the
It,
day.
it could be, it could be that they mean like versus they had spays to do or whatever that day, but they didn't explain. But anyway, so they saved him until last, so I was an hour late to stream. Plus, my face is still numb from the dentist, so I yeah, I've had quite the day.
Nice to finally see your face, Salty. No problem, Pudge. I mean, you're coming in February, so we definitely might have to hang out.
progress says his legs are crossed now. Yeah, see, that's why I stopped you. We got a bunch of
Legs are
dudes in
crossed.
chat, and you're like, this is how you neuter. No, don't be talking about that. You're going to drive them all away. All
Pretty
right,
funny.
guys. It doesn't look like you have any other questions for us. Yeah, I'm super happy we got her to show her face again today. And yes, even Nando's like, wait, what?
Wait. Nandini.
um,
It's
you
alright.
can catch Salty playing on the KG channel on what day, Salty?
Mondays
At what time, Salty?
at 8 p.m. Eastern.
And what do you play?
Apex Legend.
That's right, and she fries. If you guys want to learn how to play a Rampart like a pro, come watch Salty play Rampart.
I am definitely a Rampart main, even though I stole your Bloodhound.
And
So.
and you can catch me every Tuesday, like tonight, doing Creators Corner. And together, we are the owners of KG. So it's been great chatting with you guys, our community, the community that you helped us build. So
Hey,
thanks
Command
for
Salty. I
showing
didn't even
up.
know I had a command. I love
Yeah,
that. That is great. I have a command.
all the KG streamers have one. If you stream to the channel, you have a command that talks about your schedule.
All right, beautiful souls. This has been a pleasure. I hope I helped you guys out. If you do have any questions, again, you can find me on in the Discord.
Okay, the
Feel
puppy wants
free
to say
to
hi.
at me, message me. I'm always down to give some advice if you have any, if you need any.
Get down, baby.
You'll stick to your Watson. You can keep Watson Pudge. That is all you, brother. Can't make a fence for the life of me. I like that, Streams
Are you
Apex.
testing me, Pudge? Are you testing me?
I am not a Watson man. I tried Watson once and I got fried by my own fences. So I'm good.
Fried by your own
Thank you.
fences? I don't even know how that works. All right, chat.
Exactly.
We are done here. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you later.